Okay, so we're going to get going. The format is pretty simple. Here we are going to introduce ourselves, and this time we're just getting right into Q&As. And
Instead of volume,
the next hour and a half, we'll answer every question you have about Panama that we know the answer to. And if we don't know the answer,
we'll get it for you.
We'll get it for you. So, do you want to start the introductions?
Yes. So my name is Oscar Peña. I am co-owner and also co-owner with in Panama. I'm originally from Cali, Colombia. I've been in Panama since 2009, and before Panama was in Costa Rica in 2006 and 2009. Again, I experienced about tourism, English, and hospitality. And then in Panama, I got here, started working again with tourism, but I created my own company back in 2011. I was called to Panama, offering expat services, interpretation services, and just trying to be a facilitator for those that were moving or they have already moved here to figure things out. So years later, I met Roddy. And then after some years working together, getting business together, we decided to jump in a little higher scale, only 10 people, experience for relocation services and relocation tours. And yeah, so it has been a fun journey. And I have to excuse our beloved Megan, and tonight is not here with us, but she's having a great time with her family back in the States. She has earned very much a rest. Just in case somebody wonder.
My turn?
No, you don't allowed to talk tonight.
My name is Roddy, apparently. My name is Rod Larrabee. I moved to Panama from Vancouver, Canada 9.5 years ago. I did it the wrong way. We're going to talk about that a lot tonight. And within 3 months, I was in kind of some trouble and things not working out and thinking about going back. And then I met this guy. He was helping people, helping expats 10 years ago, moved to Panama.
Yeah.
He's one of the first people, honestly, in Panama to be doing like private relocation tours, helping expats move to Panama. And he's been doing it for 10 years. So I got him to help me, and he was a fee for service guy back then and charged extreme amounts of money but he was worth it. So
Whatever.
I got back on track with my immigration, my driver's license, with my vehicles, and getting all the stuff I need to have a great life here, which I now enjoy. We started within a year doing business together. I was a website guy, so I jumped in, was helping him with his website, get business. We had a small in-town local tour company for a while, but the hard part was what I always loved doing was helping expats move to Panama. So in between his private tours, he was taking expats to the driver's license place. He was doing drives to Boquete del Toro, taking families there, picking families up at the airport, showing them the country. So we just decided to start a small group relocation company. So we don't consider ourselves a tour company. We are relocation experts. We have, between the two of us, over 15 years experience actually helping expats move to Panama. So this call is not about selling our service, which if you wait till the end, I will.
But call now. Call now.
Call now. The number on your screen. No, this call is about answering your questions. Many of you guys, some of you are already in Panama because I recognize you. Some of you don't want to go on a group tour. You just want to do it yourself. Great. Let us help you so you won't screw it up. So we are going to get into a Q&A right away. So if anyone wants to unmute yourself, apparently I can unmute. Nope, that's mute all. If anyone wants to unmute yourself, feel free and ask a question. If not, I'm going to start scanning all the questions coming in. And Oscar, what's your dog doing? Okay. Okay. Who's got the first question?
This is Phil. I'm putting it on the chat as well. But my wife and I both have our second Pfizer shots for the COVID vaccine. Are we still going to need to take the COVID test at the airport for the antigen test, or can we use the card that we have evidencing that we've had the vaccine?
As of today, yes, you do. Please check back tomorrow. Why I say that, Kevin, our health minister announced last week that Panama was going to join the list of countries that are allowing people in with their COVID vaccine cards being tested. Now, he did not announce a date. Now, I really don't expect that to happen now till next week, because this is Easter weekend.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's the last working day of the week. So, yeah, honestly, check back, a week before you're planning to come. There's a good chance it'll happen shortly. Mhm. Okay, we found the person that was making the background noise. Okay, I know the mouse is out of control. Okay, next question.
I'm still confused on the vaccine. We do or do not need the test if we have the card?
As of today, you do. The minister.
Oh, shoot, I canceled my appointment. I thought you sent us an email saying we didn't.
No. That email says that the minister announced that Panama was going to join other countries in allowing it, but they haven't set a date yet. Please hold and wait until that date's been set. So we just got to wait for the health ministry to say, from this day, that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, it hasn't been official yet.
We need it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
Where would we be able to get the information most current? Because we're going to be leaving and we're flying in on April the 6th. So is there a number or a location we can find what the most current is before we head out?
The current information on whether or not you're going to need the test?
Correct, because as you say, it's pending, and we're leaving on the 6th to come to Panama. So between now and then, is there a number we can call or a website we can go to that will have the current information at the time?
I will highly suggest to wait at the latest Monday during the time frame. If by Monday they haven't said anything, report anything, which is most likely, you will have to get the test.
Yeah, this is Easter weekend here. Everything's closed as of about tomorrow noon.
Yeah.
It's closed
Nothing is open.
Holy Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The government shut down. They have not made the announcement yet today. I don't expect to hear it till the end of next week. So it's a good chance. Plan for your test, at least make the appointment. And
So
you can always send us an email and I will answer you. I answer all my emails within 12 hours. So if I see that one, I'll definitely answer. If it happens, I'll be sending an email out to the entire list that you're on now, so you'll know about it.
can I ask a question?
Yeah, there's no phone number in Panama to call, and they're really not into up-to-date websites.
So if we don't get our test before we leave our country and we come into Panama and they say we need the test, and I believe we can get it at the airport, how long does that delay us in immigration? Do you know?
Well, first, you don't want to do that because number one, the airline probably won't let you get on a plane without it because Panama has instructed them to ask for the test. Number two, the testing facilities at our airport are run by the government. If you were to somehow get a false positive or something like that, the first place you go is to government quarantine before you get your, it's just a mess. You don't want to do it.
Okay.
You don't advise people testing at Panama Airport in or out. It's fast. You get your results in 15 minutes, but you know, the fast result tests we know have a few more false positive than the longer result tests. Okay. Does that answer your questions, Kathleen, on that? Probably not the answer you wanted.
Yeah.
No.
What can we do? Yeah. But really, watch your email from us. If I hear that the minister has approved it, I'm going to send a broadcast out just on that one topic.
Can I ask a question?
Sure can. Julie.
Could you tell me what insurances are recommended, and if you could give company names, health insurance, house insurance, and car insurance?
Well, the underwriting company, or many companies insure people in Panama. Health insurance, I cannot tell you without having a 30-minute one-on-one. I couldn't even advise you on what type of health insurance to go with. That's very complicated. Like you need to speak to a insurance expert, honestly. And on our website, which is, by the way, retiredinpanamatours.com, we do have a link there for health insurance or a form to fill in, and we'll connect you with that expert that can walk you through what is the right type of insurance for you. They are not the insurance company. You don't want to phone the insurance company salespeople. They're just going to sell you whatever they make the most commission on. This is an agent in between that works for you. And yeah, so I always recommend some type, but there's full insurance, there's international insurance, catastrophic insurance, insurance. There's so many types. That's difficult. Auto insurance is pretty straightforward. Get the maximum liability. It costs you $242 a year. And then collision coverage if your car is less than 10 years old. Home insurance, same thing. Home insurance is very similar to the US. So is auto insurance, but but a typical, let's say a 2-year-old car, $25,000 car, Oscar, give me a name. What's a $25,000?
RAV4.
What's that?
RAV4.
RAV4. Toyota RAV4. You're looking at full insurance, everything, whatever you got on it, for like $900.
Less.
Less.
For that car, less.
Okay. Yeah, like even less than that. We have a big giant 15-passenger, one of those high roof Ford Transit vans that we travel in, and 3 years old, and our insurance, everything, because we're covered for everything, is $1,100 a year. Like back at home, that would be $4,000. I'm from Vancouver, so I don't know what that'd be in the States. Home insurance, people tell me everyone that's purchased it here, it's about half to a third of what it costs in the States. Tenant insurance starts at $53. That's what I pay. $53 a year for content insurance. Any other questions about insurance there? Who was I speaking to? Terry. Terry. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, and is it on your website who I contact?
Yes, there's you click on more information, and then you'll see health insurance, and it's a quick questionnaire, because we got to kind of figure out where you are, where you live, just so the person can get you some numbers and some real quotes, because no two people are going to get the same answer on what type of health insurance is best for me.
Okay, and for the vehicle and house insurance, is there a place on your website where I can look?
Oh, you can just ask the insurance person about that. If you're talking to them, they're going to come to your home, do an inspection. Vehicle, if you need to know the cost of what the insurance would be down there, you'd have to give an exact vehicle.
Yeah.
Are you just in the process of thinking about coming here?
No, well, we're in the midst of moving. We bought a house last year, and I have we bought a new Toyota Hilux, and so I'm still here. My husband's down there. And
Toyota Highlander.
Yeah, Terry, send me an email just about insurance. I don't even care if you just hit the contact button on the website. I'll remember you from the call. And I will connect you with who you feel is the #1 person. I can tell you guys why we do it this way. If I mention this person's name on the call, the next day she gets 200 emails, and only about a third of them are about insurance. People get way off topic. We want to make sure you're serious about talking about insurance and serious about looking at getting quotes, and we will connect you with the right person.
oh, fantastic.
Yeah. Alrighty. All right. Next question. We have about 20 in there.
My question would be about self-service in Boquete. Verizon offers a $10 a day package to allow me to use my iPhone and my US number when there. Seems expensive, and I don't know if there's a proper carrier in Boquete. would you recommend doing that, or is there another option for me to have cell service in Boquete?
Well,
It depends if you have your cell phone unlocked, you can get a SIM card here. If your cell phone is still locked by the company, let's say you're still paying the phone to the company, then you'll have to do the $10 package.
Yeah.
Daily with your cell phone company back in the States. So it's pretty much that is the option. But here, if you have unlocked, you can just get the affordable SIM card, and you can get a data plan for a week for like $5.
yeah, so if you, basically the answer is, if you need to make and receive calls on your
Yeah.
US number in Panama, then, then you need to go to carriers roaming.
That's
package.
better, yeah. That's
Yeah.
better.
Otherwise, bring down an unlocked phone and throw a SIM card in, $5.
Yeah,
You
if
get
you only need is
unlimited
data, exactly. If you needed data, do so. If you need it just to make the phone calls anytime in the day from your phone to US phone, then better that the package to give you a provider back home.
Then $10.
Well, my
will
real
get you-
question, I guess, is with the Verizon option, is this carrier in Boquete good enough that I'll get good reception using that Verizon $10 a day package?
When you're roaming, someone in our last group 2 weeks ago had the Verizon roaming package, and they were
Yeah.
making calls all the time.
Yeah, as long as
Yeah.
you are in the urban area.
Mhm.
If you go to the hills where there's not much reception, no more antennas, then yeah, no.
You do have to remember roaming, that your data will be slower, always is. Everyone complains about it, but the calls should work just as they do in the States.
Yeah. Well, in Boquete, you have a lot of places also Wi-Fi.
Yeah, we got great cellular coverage across this country. Actually, more of we have a higher percentage of the country covered by cellular than the US does. That's a
Does it?
fact. I just found out yesterday.
Wow, that's crazy.
The US has got a lot of, land that isn't covered. Mhm.
I have T-Mobile and
Uh-huh.
I have unlimited text messages and it's 25 cents a minute. So
Yeah,
I'm not
25
gonna buy, I get a SIM card, but I probably won't. I don't do it anymore because I think that's a pretty good deal. And
Yeah.
then $10 a day, my understanding is if you use it that day. If you don't use it that day, you don't pay the $10. At least that's the plan I used to have.
Mhm.
So you just leave all your phone calls up to one day.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Judy. And are you getting ready to come in a week?
Alexa, shut off light 3.
Judy, are you getting ready to come in a week? You all packed
Well,
yet?
I'm sitting here. I canceled my test Thursday because I fly out Thursday.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'm thinking, in Nevada, it's not easy to get a test. And I'm sitting here panicking, so my blood pressure's gone up 50 points.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get you hooked up. I think I'll have to check my sheet for Nevada. If I got anyone locally to your place, I'll phone you tomorrow.
Well, I'll call back to our health department and hopefully I can get in, but I can't believe I canceled it after that email. I misunderstood it.
Yeah. Mhm. Okay,
I have a question.
sure.
Hello, Florence.
Thank you. Is Panama requiring a vaccination to come in?
No, so far they're requiring is the test if you had the vaccine, both shots. Right now, there is, we were speaking earlier, it will be Panama joining to, what is the organization of the countries where you have the card. So you just show the card to your vaccine and you don't have to get the test, but that hasn't been approved yet. Hasn't been. So for now, you need only to get into Panama, your antigen test.
Yeah, you need a negative antigen test to come to Panama.
Oh, okay, so you have to have the COVID antigen test to get
Yes.
in.
Yeah.
The vaccine card's not gonna do you any good.
Not yet.
Do you think they're gonna allow any exceptions to that?
Well, they're going to allow vaccinated people to come in without a test. We just don't know the day that it starts.
Yes.
Do you
that's
think
correct.
they're gonna allow anybody who's not vaccinated to come in?
Without a test?
Without a test? No.
With a test. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, but so far there is some nationalities still have some restrictions.
no, Panama's not forcing the vaccination on anyone,
Uh-huh.
like it's even on its people, it's voluntary. So they're not gonna force it on people coming into the country, I don't believe.
oh, thank you very much.
Yeah.
You're very welcome.
Okay, well, let's pause for a second, guys. The live questions, because what always happens is the I have 35 questions, so I got to whip through them. Vaccine done. Of the beach towns, which is the least rain and lowest temperature? Oscar, beach towns. Least rain and coolest temperature.
Well, coolest temperature, that's a tough one
Look at
because
it with breeze, too.
everything is about sea level, so it's gonna be hot, steamy. Now, but if the driest, it will be the Peninsula Azuero. Anywhere in Peninsula Azuero, like Pedací. That's some of the driest areas in Panama. The coolest, it will make it, I will not say coolest, I will say more fresh because it's more breeze, it's more breezy, it's more windy. But the elevation is the same. Anywhere in the ocean, near the ocean, it's going to be same temperature. With the determine that it's going to be more fresh or not, if it has more wind or not. But Pedací area, for being right in the peninsula, is very windy. So Pedací in the Azuero is one of the nicest areas, and it has a lot of breeze. But also we have that in some of the Pacific of the Cherokee province.
Okay. Okay. Rob asked, he won't be retired in a year. Can I start the work on getting the residency visa right now? There's really no point in it, Rob, because your paperwork will be expired when you get here. So any paperwork you submit, criminal background check, marriage license, birth certificate for kids, all that stuff, all has to be authenticated by the Panamanian embassy. And that paperwork cannot be more than 6 months old when you submit it to, not when you arrive here, when you submit it to immigration. So what you need to do 6 months before you move here, that's when you need to have decided what immigration attorney you are going to use. And you start talking to them at that time and getting a timeline. And then you start, like most people, 3 months before, they'll get their background check and the criminal background check. And then, once they get here, it's only 4 months old. So yeah. So you don't want to start too early, or you don't want something to happen that you get here and something's wrong with your paperwork and there's a delay and then your other paperwork expires. So you don't want to start too early, in other words. So. Can you mute everyone? I did. I apologize earlier, people.
If I'm going to rent a car when I get there, would my American driver's license suffice for the 3 weeks I'm there?
Yes, you can.
Yep. Your license good for 90 days.
For 90 days, yes, sir. What else? We're just going through the questions right now. There's several on our chat. Where's the next one?
We're talking about residency
Luis
visa.
wants- Hey, yes.
Hi,
Go ahead.
can you hear me?
Yes,
we
sir,
can.
we can.
Okay, who's from Vancouver again? I guess, is he Rob, your name?
I'm
Rod.
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 You're Oscar.
This is Rod.
Okay, hi, Rod. I'm not far from Vancouver.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a few hours up north in Kamloops.
Oh, Kamloops wine right on here.
Yeah, so my question is this. So when I decide if I do move to Panama, I get in touch with the immigration attorney.
Mhm.
And so I guess it's best not to buy real estate before I get my papers done, I guess.
It's not really relevant. Foreigners can own paperwork here.
Yeah,
And
homes, yeah.
yeah, the foreigner can own property here. Sorry. So
This-
you can buy as a foreigner, become a resident. and
Yeah.
Nothing changes.
As long as you're sure with the location and the property and it's all good and with the property.
Yeah, you'll end up updating your title with your
Yeah.
new Panamanian ID down the road. That's about it, though.
Okay. And then when I do find some real estate, what's best to deal with the real estate lawyer down in Panama? And or a lawyer here in Canada?
You wouldn't really need a lawyer in Canada. You definitely need a lawyer here in Panama, and it should be a different lawyer than the seller's lawyer.
Yeah.
Real
Okay.
estate transactions are very similar here than they are in Canada. The
Okay.
whole process works the same way. Mhm.
Can I ask a question while we're here?
Yeah.
Sure you can.
Are there people that travel around with electric vehicles in Panama? And if they do, is there like an infrastructure for charging your electric vehicle?
It's not set up yet. There is few stations in Panama City. There is one in Santiago that I know. I haven't seen one yet in the province of Cherokee.
Okay.
So it's not as very common. And probably you'll have to set up, make sure if you can install your station at your home, of course. But I know for sure there is a station, an electric car in Santiago by the Hotel Mykonos. And there is in Panama City, I know there is few stations as well.
Okay.
I think the biggest hurdle Panama is going to see with the electric vehicles are most homes, like the home we're sitting in here. It's like you can't add a 45 amp charger to this house. You'd have to bring in more power from the street.
Oh, yeah.
Most homes here just don't have the electricity
Yes.
in the actual home.
Yeah.
So then you're charging your electric car for 12 hours on a 15 amp, circuit. So
Might never happen.
I know. The infrastructure has to grow here a bit. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I would like to see something. I like the new, what's that truck that's
I
going?
want to convert my Land Rover in electric.
Yeah,
Cybertruck?
yeah, the cyber truck. That's what I want.
Ooh, that's
So what is the hot spot where Canadians or Americans are moving to Panama?
Well, there's many. Well, it depends where you like, like with the weather you like. If you wanna be more in between Panamanians, if you wanna be in between or your same nationality or same North Americans, depends of that. People like to go more. Let's say people that wanted to take it easy. A lot of Canadians like to go to Coronado. That is pretty much for the snowbirds. Some people love to come to Boquete because it is very easy. It has a lot of amenities. It's very access to a lot of services. It's close to David Airport. It is a good mix. Now, other people that really want to be in between the Panamanians, they go to the towns like Volcan. They go to Chitre. Chitre is a small city in the province of Herrera. And so it goes like that. So it depends, like, what are you looking for in terms of your change, when you come to Panama, to a different country, what you like the elevation, because one thing you have to remember about Panama or Central America, or the tropics, we're in the tropics, we don't have any seasons. So the temperature is gonna change according to elevation you're gonna be. If you are anywhere by the ocean or near the ocean, it's gonna be very hot. We're talking about in Celsius between 30 to 35 degrees. Fahrenheit will be between 90 and 93. So it depends that what it change here is rather it rains or doesn't rain. That's what it changed the weather or the wind.
Yeah, I would say there's no specific
No.
Canadian hotspot here. The Canadians, Americans, the Europeans.
Well, they
already
say,
mix up.
yeah, but the hotspot, the Canadians, the snowbirds, they look for now.
Oh yeah, they love Coronado. I should say the half season of
Yeah.
ones. It's Coronado.
Full
for them.
season. A lot of people like to be
Yeah.
either in Azuero or Herrera or Cherokee.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. Thank
Cool.
you.
All righty.
You're very
Thank you for your
welcome.
questions. Okay,
Yeah.
I got a good question
That's a
here.
good question there.
Is it true that you have to be employed in Panama to qualify for a mortgage loan? Well, I can tell you, if you are employed in Panama for 2 years at the same job, and your company's been in business for 5 years, you will get a mortgage.
Yep.
There's not even a question. Now, if you aren't employed, let's say you are a retiree with a pension, what are you going to do? Probably not. It's just that they have no control over that money. Where Panamanian, let's say I worked for a Panamanian company and had a mortgage, the bank can take the money from the employer every month. And they often do that instead of getting it from the individual. So they're more secure. Now, if you have 30 to 50% down, some assets that you can show that you have, a good pension, you might qualify for a mortgage here, but be prepared for a 6 to 8 month ordeal, and have a buyer that's willing to go and escrow that long. It's going to be another issue, and be prepared to pay 5 to 7% interest, because that's what the mortgage interest rates are in Panama. So I don't encourage people to go out shopping for mortgages here. All mortgages have to be paid off by the time you're 70 too. So if you are a pension adult, you're not going to have a very long-term mortgage. So there are a lot of owner financing options, short-term, 5-year, 7-year loans with developer stuff like that are available to foreigners. So that's an option for you.
Yep. What else? Oh, we
Actually, what?
Okay, opening a bank
Hi there.
account on a tour.
Sorry, we got
Oh, I'm
somebody.
sorry. Did I cut someone off that asked that question?
You haven't cut me off. But
Okay. Opening a bank account on one of our tours. Okay, that's not going to happen anymore. January 1, Panama changed all its banking laws. So you need the following things to open a bank account in Panama. And we're going to be recommending 3 different banks now. I got all the requirements from the 3 banks, and they're all the same. You need a reference letter from your current US bank. You need the last 2 years of your tax returns, first 2 pages, or your social security letter. You need a lease agreement for a residential lease in Panama, and you need a letter from a lawyer saying that you're in the process of immigration. So you have to basically have decided to move here before you can open a bank. Now, we used to, why the person saying, they're probably reading stuff on our website, just last fall, we could open up a bank account in 3 days here.
Yeah, it was very easy.
Like people would open them up at the end of our tours, because they would bring all the paperwork with. But to control the money laundering and the bad slander Panama gets, they don't want foreigners who don't live here opening bank accounts. That's it, period. So you're going to meet some banks. We're going to give you the requirements of several different banks that Oscar and I have used, have experience with, know the managers. So you can make the decision when you move down here to get that process started right away. And you can get it started really, really quick too. It's just, the final piece is that lease. One bank, it's only a 6-month lease, rental lease, or if you bought a property, you can use the property too.
Oh yeah, right away.
Yeah.
If you buy a property, they'll give you a lot of access to a lot of things for sure.
I think
Why don't
Jonathan
you-
had a question.
Sure, go ahead.
Jonathan, did you want to go ahead
Hey.
before me?
yeah, hey there. Hi guys.
Hey, Jonathan.
How you doing? All right. No, I was just going to ask about Delegua. Is that where you live? What?
Delega, yes.
Yeah. So what's that like? Is it? I'm gathering it's a bit cheaper than Boquete, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot more.
traffic.
It's 15 minutes from Boquete, 15 minutes from David, smack right in the middle. That's why I really liked about it.
You know what, Jonathan? The
Yeah.
lake is a rough diamond. I'll tell you that.
Mhm.
It has a very nice weather. It is warmer, but it's not as
Not as hot. Yeah.
miserable hot like David. I'll tell you that. So you can live with a fan. But if you can afford it, you can put an AC and it'll be just wonderful. Land in that area is a lot more affordable than Boquete, and also rentals. I mean, Raleigh is just nice home. It's older home, but it's like a 3-bedroom, 4 bedroom.
No, four bedroom,
4 bedroom, well, I don't know.
4 bedroom, 2 bathroom, 3,000 square feet under
My
roof.
Latino tongue gets sometimes in between. Oh,
But I do have to ask though, is there a reason why the land is cheaper? over there then
Oh,
compared to?
it's just small town.
This is
Like,
a small town. It's mostly Panamanians that live there.
the land's probably as cheap as David,
Yeah.
but it's a town of 3,000 people. There's chickens
that's
running
cool.
around.
That's one of the things you need to know about that place. It feels like you're in the countryside.
Yeah, it is countryside living.
Okay.
There's kids are playing on their bikes on the street at
Yeah.
night. It's that 1970s feel of small town America.
Yeah.
That's, that's exactly it. Rental prices they can be half of what they are in Boquete. So as, I need water.
Okay.
what's that town
So
where
as property, land values, here, we're outside of Boquete, like I'm at Oscar's house, we're just outside of town. It's about $40 a square meter. In the lake, it's $20 a square meter.
Oh,
What's the name of it?
Dolega,
How do you spell it?
Dolega.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Well, Jonathan,
on Google Maps.
Dolega is a good option, but in Boquete, like near Alto, like where we are right now, this house, is how much? It's like about 1,500 square meters. The property.
Yeah.
Around that, and as a
You're in Alto.
Yeah, so I have a fence, I have a front yard, backyard with lime trees. I have some 1 hour trees, I have tangerine trees. I only pay $500 a month.
Yeah, you could have cattle back there. You got so much.
I
land.
can have a cow in the back if I wanted to, couple of sheep.
So a lot of people say Boquete's so expensive. Well, maybe right downtown or Valley Escondido, yes, those places
Yeah,
are
in the
expensive.
gated community, of course. You're gonna get a community is premium location with a premium price too.
You can afford a car if you pay $500 a month rent. So it's only 5 minutes to town from here.
Or you can just have a
Yeah.
mountain bike.
Yeah, there we go.
Hi, guys. Are you, Jonathan, sorry, did you have another question, Jonathan?
No, I'm done. I'm cool.
Hey, I'm from Lynn Valley, North Vancouver, Canada.
Yeah.
I had a question. You're talking about bikes. I love my Vespa GTS 300. What is the kind of scooter motorcycle market down there? Do people ride those over there in Boquete, or not a good idea?
The Vespas are more common in the city. Here in Boquete or in this area, what people mostly use are Yamaha, Honda, or they use these other brands like Kimco or Kimco. I don't know how you pronounce that. There is some other brands, but mostly is Yamaha and Honda.
Yeah,
But Vespa probably you're looking at, depends for the parts of maintenance. Sometimes it can be complicated for some parts.
I've seen them in Panama City. I haven't seen them up here.
No, it's more common in Panama City, yeah.
But I wouldn't be out of place riding a scooter though in places like Boquete.
We actually have a Yamaha.
Yeah,
What is it? A
Oh.
Yamaha 125.
it's Ignis 125 cc, yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot
I was
of
sick.
scooters here.
I was thinking, guys, kind of like my plan for the first year I go down there is basically go down to maybe somewhere like Boquete for 7 months and then head down to the beach and rent there for 3 months and then kind of see what's conducive for me. Does that kind of make any sense?
Yes, totally, for sure, yeah.
So rent up in the mountains and then go down to the beach side and try that.
Or you can just, depends, while you're living here in the mountains, you realize how close you are to the beach. And then probably you will change your mind.
And
Because
stay-
I can always come to the beach for a few nights or one day and that's it.
Oh, that's a good idea too, a little mini vacation. Okay, I'll keep listening. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
Anywhere you live in Panama, you're about an hour from a beach, really.
Yeah, most likely, yeah,
Yeah, most places.
most places.
Okay, Judy's asking, will ATMs be available every day on the tour? Well, technically, we could find you an ATM. If you come in on the tour, you really don't have any money to spend unless you're buying Oscar and me drinks all day.
Yeah,
Oh.
there is no reason why you will need an ATM
Yeah.
every day, but I will guide you to say, if you guys need some cash, we can.
Yep, just let
Give you a
Oscar
heads
know
up.
at the beginning of the day, hey, I need an ATM today.
Exactly, so
We'll
I can
find
plan
you an
ahead.
ATM.
Mhm. There's plenty of ATMs in Panama, for sure. In most places we go.
Okay, I'm working on getting a corp set up for Friendly Nations visa. Is it possible to have a short-term rental for 3 weeks rather than a hotel? I'm not sure. Oh, Mindy, hi Mindy. Are you talking about the address for your corporation? Because it's not that relative. Sometimes the lawyer will even let you use their address. But certainly there's tons of short-term rentals all around Panama. Like Airbnb, VRBO. That if you're coming down here to work on your residency for 3 weeks, yeah, don't stay in a hotel. That just costs too much money. Lots of Airbnbs, VRBOs here. Is VRBO operating in the city? I know Airbnb is not.
I'm pretty sure in the
well.
city.
Yeah.
I'm pretty, both are operating in Panama.
Oh, I thought Airbnb was shut down. Sorry.
No.
Yeah.
Still working. What else? What else?
Okay, Andy, is the pensionado visa still better to apply for than a resident visa? A pensionado visa is a residency visa, Andy. I'm not sure if you can clarify your question. Just unmute yourself for a second. Because all visas, pensionado, friendly nations, real estate visa, student visa, work visa, they all lead to some form of residency, either temporary residency or permanent residency. Okay.
And the,
Approximately.
what else?
Okay, where do you,
Hi again, guys.
hi,
Hi. I'm just wondering about the cost of real estate. What's an average lot size there?
average lot size, probably 1,000 meters.
Yeah, 1,000 meters over per average.
That's
Yeah.
probably- yeah,
1,000 square meters. That's
Okay.
average.
yeah.
And what is, sorry, what's the price range?
It depends on location,
Yeah,
but it can go, in some areas can go from,
I'm gonna say 10 to 100.
yes, but
For-
if you
for
go, if you're like far away from town and more like in between, you can even find something like a, you can still find $5 square meter, but that's not at a place that is like right now.
No, that's not where you're gonna build, for sure.
So, so near the beach with the view of the ocean, you're probably looking at about 100,000 American.
Depends. I mean, is that one is a little hard because depends like how close the ocean, if he has the ocean view, or if it's the area, like what beach we're talking about.
Yeah, and if there's any amenities like Porto Amulis, you could probably find lots for 30, 40,000 there still.
Yeah,
That are. with
for
stone-
$100
stone's
with
throw.
beachfront for sure.
Mhm.
Problem with Puerto Meyers, it's still not developed.
It's
there.
not developed, yeah.
It's not developed, and it's
Yeah.
just a little bit a gun show to
Mhm.
go there back and forth. Up in
How is it to deal with contractors there?
You have to be very patient. You need to be present the whole time, and probably you need to have some Spanish. Otherwise, you will need to hire a subcontractor or another person who manages it for you. Speaks both languages and has knowledge about construction.
Yeah.
I always say, Mike, it's Mike and Martha's anniversary today. Mike is our real estate advisor.
Yeah.
Oscar and I don't sell real estate. We're not gonna try to sell you real estate on the tour, but right now, there is so many good values and so much opportunity to buy in this country. Why put yourself to the headache of building? It's just like you're in a foreign country, things are not done anything like you're used to,
Yeah.
or on time.
Yeah, so the building codes are quite lenient.
What building codes?
Yeah, you answered my question there.
The building inspector, you meet him at the front gate with a $20 bill,
Yeah.
and he's done. Okay, yeah, no, it's really.
Yeah,
Building here, right now, there's some great values. It's a buyer's market here, and I watched so many people go through painful times of buying property and building on it. If you want to do it, like, just, get a hold of us. I'll send you some leads, some guys that we know are honest. They're not gonna
Yeah.
be the cheapest.
Yeah. Usually when you want to build, you wanna hire some of the ones that already have a decent, not decent, a really good reputation. They have done jobs for a lot of people. They
Yeah.
have a really good resume. Those ones are not, they're affordable, accessible, but they're not cheap.
Yeah, because you can build in Panama for $40 a square foot. And
Yeah.
here, I'm gonna go back to feet now, $40 a square foot, but not gonna be what you used to back in North America. That
Yeah,
number is gonna be
right.
close to 60 to 70 for average a
Yeah.
square. So if you wanted to build a 2,000 square foot place, you could build that for $140,000.
Yeah. Also, there is a lot of varieties of materials here, the way how people build here.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot more use of rebars, concrete, blocks, either clay bricks or concrete bricks.
Yeah, it's gonna be a
Build.
concrete block house.
Or
probably.
metal, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
big walls.
Yeah.
There's a different ways. In my
Yeah.
opinion, I want to buy a lot. I want to build in the old style colonial home.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
that's me. I know exactly. I have in my mind how I want it.
I wanna build a 2x4.
I want to build a home like they looks like it back in the 1800s, back in Colombia. Oh yeah, that's what I want to do.
You know, I always looked when I first moved here, I would say like it was after a year or two, there's no fires here. Well, everything's built out of concrete and steel.
Yeah.
If your couch catches
Yeah.
on fire, you drag it outside. The-
Yeah.
the fire department has one truck and sits there all day, never goes anywhere. You know, handles grass fires and stuff like that.
So house insurance is cheap then.
How's which?
House insurance is cheap.
Yeah, yeah.
Because of that, there's not many incidents.
Well, we do have the, floods and, stuff like that.
Yeah. But if but in insurance, probably we're not gonna give you a good deal with no insurance if you're next to the river or in the edge of the cliff or at the bottom mountain. The potential is gonna fail on you. That's some of those Mother Nature rules when you build home or buy a property.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyways, that's gonna be our buy, don't build. But if you want to build, let us send you a few names.
It's
at
definitely
least.
possible. It's all about like how much you want to get involved in the construction as well. Are you?
What
Okay.
about termites? Do you like? We live in Naples in Florida, and everyone has termites sprayed every year. Do you need termites?
Oh yeah, we have a
Inspection.
lot of termites
Yeah.
here.
If your house has wood in it, you'll have some termite problems. Yeah.
Unless you make sure the house is fumigate every once in a while.
Yeah.
And if you build in a home with wood, you have to make sure that wood is really treated and very well installed.
Just not very common though. Like
Yeah,
less
not
than
very
1% of homes would be built out of wood here.
Yeah.
Okay, house building. Let's move on. Good question here. Are there any international, i.e. US branches in Panama? There are no US banks operating at a consumer level in Panama whatsoever. Citibank operates at a business level, and that is actually the only one. They just recently got granted a license for that. There hasn't been a US bank able to operate in Panama under Panama's very strict banking laws in about 8 years since HSBC left. And I know that's Hong Kong Bank of Canada, but we all know their head office is New York City. So, but they left because of money laundering. Well, they were caught and then sold. I always find this
Remember
very-
that movie Panama Papers?
Yeah. They were sold to a Colombian bank because the Colombian bank also has very solid banks. But yeah, no, there are no US banks in Canada, in Panama. Panama requires a 6 times percent on deposit than the US does. So the US right now requires 3% of deposits on hand. Panama's like 18%. It's like our banks are liquid, extremely liquid. Panama has extreme privacy in their banks. The only one that is government agencies that would have any access to your bank. So it's a very strong, secure, and private banking system, and the US is not here. Panama does house, I think the number is 96 now, head office international banks downtown. And you'll see that when you come to Panama, you see all the towers. Most of those are banks. So, but their head office for Latin American regions. So that answers the banking question. Yeah, the hotels that let you use their name for a lease. Yes, there are hotels that allow you to do that. If you're applying for a friendly nations visa and you're not actually living here yet, there are some requirements based on the government of Panama. You need a physical address. This is a question
From Mindy.
that's been asked. So there are some ways to get that physical address without getting here. And a $500 fee is a pretty small fee for a 6-month duration of the visa application. And you only need it during the application. You don't need it afterwards anymore. Because a lot of people don't keep their friendly nation visa corporation anyways. So some of the rules here for opening the bank account, getting a friendly nation visa, some people are setting up plan Bs instead of actually physically moving here right away. This is one of the ways that you can do it by not actually moving here. So there are some hotels, and a good attorney will know which ones will. They will rent you a room for 6 months, but you don't actually get the room key. Like, basically you get an address for 6 months.
Yep.
So you go through the process, get your bank account open, get your stuff open. So import taxes. Oscar, do you know any? John Maury says import taxes on electric scooters are the highest rate, up to 40%. I did not know that. Do you know
Me
anything about
neither.
import?
Nah,
Yeah,
no, that's a question from my broker, which she's not around, but I know the importation is according to the value of the vehicle, right? It's a motorcycle, airplane, whatever the vehicle is. It's according to the value of if you can prove what is the value. If not, the customs will give a value, and on top, and based on that, they will give you the percentage of the tax for importation.
Okay, Mindy brings up another really good point. Everyone who hasn't been on Oscar and Rod's tour, it's fabulous. Thank you, Mindy.
Thank you.
What can you tell us about La Loma area on the west side of Azuero, relative to Pedicine?
I have never been in La Loma area.
You haven't been. It's gotta be past the beach, right?
Yeah, La Loma gotta be up in the mountains,
Yeah.
because that's what it means, La Loma, the hill.
We've never been there, Dan. Sorry, we've almost covered almost all. Certainly Oscar
But
has.
let's keep that in mind, because I want to find out now what is La Loma. Maybe I know it. I just don't realize right now.
Type it in your phone.
Or you don't
Because
tap on your phone. You tap on your phone.
my phone's way over there.
Lazy.
Shut up. We should have Megan should really be here to.
Where is
monitor
Megan?
us
Where is Megan
when we
right now?
need her. She
Seriously.
always sits in the middle.
La
Yeah.
Loma.
I don't know. One person's going annoying. Okay, we'll fix that. There we go. We fixed it. In turn, yeah, he's thinking of Dan's asking about La Loma. He's thinking about off-grid place, starting a small fishing village. Let us look into that. Good afternoon. Okay, we're moving to Panama in November. Oh, we want to live in several different places. That's a good, Brunel, that's a good point. You're moving to Panama in November, but you want to live in several different places before you make a choice. Why not? Get a 3-month lease, get a 1-month Airbnb in 3 different places. Experience it a bit. Which banks do you recommend? I'm going to recommend 2 immediately, and Oscar and I have dealt with them for years, Multibank and Banco General. If anyone wants the requirements for them printed on their letterhead stuff, just contact us. Retire in Panama Tours, and there's a contact button right at the top of the page. And the other one is, what's the bank next to Banco Nacional? I've never dealt with them.
The bank next to Global Bank.
Global Bank. Now, I'm only recommending them through lawyers and insurance agents and stuff like that, that they're getting the job done for foreigners. Now, I've never had an account with them, so I can't recommend them that way. I like Multibank because they have English online banking. without using Google Translate. It's actually.
Well,
English
but
rather
you
than-
know, one bank actually might be a solution. Is a Mexican bank.
Mhm.
They have few branches.
And it looks like your balance is so big because it's in pesos.
No,
Oh.
seriously. I need to get I need to get straight of this answer, you folks. But it is one Mexican bank. It's been here in Panama for a long time. It's all legit. It's called Banco Azteca.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
And I know because I actually got to open an account with that bank. And after I opened an account with that, but there was so many, I can't remember.
Well,
I
we
just-
might have the fourth bank director.
We might have,
Right now, we have
for
three.
folks, I'm gonna give back on you that one because now I don't know why that didn't ring the bell right before. But I'm gonna go tomorrow to David. I'm gonna go to that bank and see what are the requirements, if it's still as easy as it was when I opened my bank account there. Because that's, no matter what, it's a bank here. You can open that one. That one works like anything else. And after that one, you can open a second bank account, which could be Banco General, where we have a bank account, or multi-bank, or any other. So stay
Okay.
tuned with that one.
Yeah, anyways, those
I'll commit to that
were
one.
the three. If anyone wants a personal recommendation to them, connection to them, managers or account managers, just email us. Somebody had real
Really
noise
yeah.
and they keep unmuting and. Okay. How can we get a 6-month lease that you have to rent the property? That's what I'm talking about, 6-month lease for now. So you need that for your bank account. You don't need a bank account to get a pensionado visa. You can continue a lot. I know pensionados that have lived here 10 years that don't have a Panamanian bank account. They just don't want one. I can't figure that out myself. I want to, this is my home country now. And so I have debit cards from my Panamanian bank. I have credit cards from my Panamanian bank. It's just, I can pay my bills online through online banking. It's just so much simpler. Okay. There are 46 new messages, Oscar.
That's it.
Oscar, do you want to talk about hospitals or clinics in Boquete?
Hospitals of clinics in Boquete, they
And-
are pretty decent services. Some of those they have bilingual doctors. There is one doctor, she was living in Canada. She's Panamanian, but she was in Canada for many years, for a long
I
time.
think she was trained in Canada. wasn't
Yes,
she?
actually, she was trained in Canada. She works in downtown Boquete. And and there is another local doctor who does speak English in Boquete. Now, this is more for basic things. What I mean basic is like if you got a cold, you're not feeling good, you have like a minor infection, you might feel some weird pain. So you need some like a general doctor
Hey,
to kind of give
family
you a heads
doctor.
up. Yeah, family doctor. Something to give you some heads up. Because if you want to go to the specialist, then you gotta go to David. If you live in Boquete, or if you live in Cherokee. Cherokee has two main hospitals, private hospitals, which is my Ieus and Hospital Cherokee, that are the best options for specialists for you guys. So Boquete, it does have a great decent service for minor things, and then after that they will send you to the specialist in David.
Okay, Terry, in the same question, you asked for a recommendation for a doctor for the knee surgery. I honestly believe only people that have had a knee surgery can give those recommendations. This is
Yes.
one of the times I recommend Facebook. I'm sorry, I'm going to say it. I recommend Boquete, expats in Boquete Community Group, news groups like that you can add, because people in there have had knee surgery here in Cherokee. And
Well, we can actually provide information. We do know a doctor that he's got a good reputation, and he knows the good people.
yeah,
So we can
okay.
find
But
out.
I would recommend go to Facebook in the group and say, I need knee surgery. Who has had knee surgery and what doctors and, Cherokee, and go interview some doctors.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah. Okay. I have read that Boquete and environs is not subject to higher dry season pricing for rental places like Coronado are. And an area maybe? Do Boquete hotels, restaurants jack their prices up in high season like Coronado? Rentals? Maybe not-
Rentals,
maybe not
yes.
This year.
Not this year, non-pandemic times.
Yeah.
Everywhere in Latin America, everywhere you go, high season, always the prices will be more expensive. I would say more for lodging and some services. Restaurants, usually they keep the balance. I mean, they don't raise the prices. I have never seen a restaurant to raise the prices between December and February. They might have specials, but no, the prices remain standard. The prices that go up are airplane tickets, hotels, Airbnb, anything regardless, and also some activities, but that's it.
Yeah. Okay, Brunel, we're back to the leases. Can I provide several leases for a period of 6 months? If we're talking about opening a bank account, I would say no. They want you to, if it's for your friendly nation, but no, but you're getting a pensionable visa. So you don't need a lease for a pensionable visa either, by the way. Only for the friendly nations, because the friendly nations comes with a corporation and a bank account. That's why you need a residential lease or some type of a lease. For the pensionable, you do not need a lease. So can you receive money in multi-bank by Western Union from the USA? That's a no. You can receive it in Western Union here. Multi-bank, to get money from the US to your multi-bank account is a wire transfer. So you wire from the US to your Panamanian multi-bank account. Multi-bank is one of the most trusted banks in Panama by US banks. I've heard that too. I have been using them 10 years. Wire transfers, you don't need an intermediate bank between multi-bank and the US or between Banco General and the US, which is nice. So it's less fees to send wires.
And so you said there is a Western Union in Boquete?
Yeah, well, sorry,
Not
there's a
right now.
Western Union in Dolega. And
Is
there's a
it?
Western Union in David. So the Western Union 15 minutes away. There was a Western Union pre-pandemic in Boquete. It did not reopen. So there's a need for it. There's a line up there every day. So somebody's going to open one. I just don't know when.
Yeah, someone is gonna open one very soon. I don't doubt it.
Yeah. Mhm. Oscar, where can you buy a new Lexus or Toyota Highlander?
And you?
Yeah.
At the dealership in Panama City or Boquete or David. Ricardo Perez is the name one.
Is it a Lexus Toyota dealership? Are they combined or are they
They're
two
combined.
different-
No, they manage both. So
Oh.
that the same dealership, you're specifically looking for a Lexus, they will import it, or you can do the pre-order.
Well, take you shopping, Pat. How's that?
You can take me shopping and we can look up for sure. No problem.
Okay. I
What
am
else?
going to open the lines. Well, that mutes the lines. Mute all current, no. Okay. Let's get another questions. Let's go back live.
Do you have any suggestions on pet transport services from Orlando to Panama City? We have 5 cats and 1 dog.
5 cats. Woohoo.
Wow.
Okay. We do pet relocation ourselves.
Yes, sir.
How many people are traveling?
My wife and myself,
Okay. And where are you traveling from again?
Orlando, Florida.
Orlando. So you're gonna have some issues with the airlines, I suppose, of taking that many pets with just 2 of you, right?
I'm afraid so, yeah.
Yeah, because you can bring 2 per.
Do you have any family members that can book travel?
Yeah,
with you?
someone come for a trip. It'll save you money in the long
Tempted
run.
to invite some friends, but no family, no, just the 2 of them.
Oh, friends, that works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can use a pet relocation company who's gonna you're gonna drop them off with them the day before in Orlando. They're gonna lump them all together and take them all across and charge you enormous fees to do it. You can buy yourself one of those nice Lexuses we're just talking about for about the same money.
No, not like that, but yeah,
Or-
it'll be pricey.
Or if you brought,
It'll be-
you can bring 2 pets per person,
Yeah,
per ticket. It sounds like you only have 6, so you only need 1 more person.
Technically
Sorry?
speaking,
Well, I just flew Copa Airlines. I
Uh-huh.
actually just got back this week because I took my cats over, and
Yeah.
Copa Airlines will only allow one pet per person.
Interesting. Yeah. We just had someone do it 3 weeks ago on American, and they allowed two for that person. So everything is different right now. That's a good question. I would like, if you don't mind, Ed, I can send you some referrals, but please email me info@retireinpanamatours.com, or just go to retire our website, which was on the notification how you got on this call, and click to contact and send me those details. I know of a couple people in Panama City that can do it, and a pet relocation company out of Miami that can do it, where they just gather them all up and put them all in the crates and take them all over there. But let me check on the airlines. I got a contact from Copa too, that seeing that they're changing rules. Sometimes the rules are based on how many pets they have on the plane at that time that you actually book it. So it is how many you can bring. So if they allow 10 pets, if they're at 6, they only, from that point on, they only allow 1 per person type of a thing. So they I don't know, they just, maybe there's a way to get more money from people. But yeah, send that email to me, Ed. Let me check into it and see if I can help you out any. If not, I'll just send you some pet relocation guys that we've used in the past.
And if you could say that email one more time, please.
Info, INFO, at retireinpanamatours.com.
Rod, I don't know if you're interested because, I went through such a performance and I actually had to rebuy tickets because I didn't get my certificate on time. So, but again, all I know is Copa Airlines. That's all I know. And they will not take your pets on a Saturday or Sunday. And they only allowed 3 pets per flight. So you have to check first if anyone else has pets going. I had 2 cats, and a friend and myself took the 2 cats over. But obviously, more because you deal with other airlines.
Yeah, every airline has different rules. It's crazy. You'd think they could internationalize that somehow, but really every airline has different rules. But thanks for that, Terry. Yeah, I do find, honestly, the least problems we've had is with Copa Airlines and pets. They seem to manage the situation well, and everyone's happy and the pets are happy. So
They were amazing. They really were amazing.
yeah. And they provide the most direct flights to Panama than any other airline. Sorry about that, Oscar. Oh, we're getting giddy now. Okay. Oh, must be getting late. Okay, any more questions from the group? Why are you laughing? You got to unmute yourself. I see some people pretending to talk. I used to have an unmute all button. They have taken that away on me. Yeah.
Hey Rod, I have a question concerning roads. To travel between Volcan and Boquete, do you have to go down to David, or is there a more direct route?
There is a easier or shorter road. It's called the Cordillera shortcut. Or Cuesta de Piedra is the name of that road. You probably will save about an hour taking that road. It's good between the mountains. It is very windy and hills up and down. You don't go too fast on that one, but it's beautiful road.
It's all paved, right?
It's all paved.
Yeah.
Has some minor, like in one section, a little bit uneven area, but other than that, it's a gorgeous drive, in my opinion.
Do you know if you're on Google Map or Waze, will it take you that way if you ask?
I'm not sure. However, no, actually, it might be recorded on Waze, also in Google Maps. It will be. It's just in some sections you won't have as much signal.
Yeah, you won't have data. So.
Yeah, but it's so easy.
But the turn is
the thing. The trick to follow that road is just must to follow the yellow strip line. That's it.
Oh, the yellow line in the center.
That's it.
The road V's, take the one with the yellow line.
The yellow line. That's it. That's it.
All right, thank you.
Since there's no street signs in Panama, which you guys will figure that
Yeah.
out.
You know,
Like
here
yellow
in
lines
Panama,
are good
or
for it.
in generally speaking, Latin America, there is a lot of the gray zone. That's part of the gray zone.
Yeah. Yeah, you think they would have a sign that says
Right, Larry?
Volcan, Boquete, but no.
So hey there.
Hey,
Cool.
Hey, who's
Yeah,
there?
just got some environmental concerns actually.
Yes, sir.
sure.
So looking on Google Maps on satellite view, I noticed there used to be, or I don't know if they're still in operation, a few mines. Are they still doing mining within the Cherokee, Boquete region?
I haven't noticed.
Cherokee, I don't know of any mines in Cherokee.
No, I haven't.
I know about the copper mines and.
But that's down
Well, I know.
towards Panama City.
Yeah, that's way down the east end.
Yeah.
That there's some copper mining there.
Unless it is illegal or something under the table, but
I don't know of any mining in Cherokee,
no,
actually.
the only thing that I know they're doing is what they did was hydroelectrics, but that's about it.
Well, that could.
Yeah, I read about that one, the big dam.
These are hydroelectric projects. here.
Yeah, a lot of hydroelectrics they built here for sure.
But they also.
What about the water? Because I've read that some parts are being fluoridated.
Well, the water here in Boquete, we have tons of water. The problem
Is it fluoridated? Is it artificially fluoridated?
Are they adding fluoride to the water?
I'm not sure about that. However, it's still quite primitive. That's the best way to describe. They just built a new plant to treat the water in Boquete, different plants to treat it. Most people, they use filter system, different type of filter system and laser system to kill some bacteria. But the thing is, this should be done by now. Now, one of the things that is in Boquete or a pipe system, all the pipes in the town, it was very old and never was a really good record where it was each pipe. So when they tried to supposedly renew all the system, I'm not sure because they haven't said, okay, everyone can drink the water from the tap. They haven't been an announcement of that one. I know there's the new plant treatment from years ago. Me, myself, I still buy the big jug of water. Rod has the still filter system, but I have a kid, so I cannot just gamble on that one.
Well, I haven't drank water since my teens from a tap. I won't. There's back in Canada, there's chloride and there's chlorine in all the water. There's chlorine in the water here. They added fluoride to the water in Canada. Jonathan, I don't actually believe there's fluoride in the water in Panama. I think
I've read it's about 15%. It's mainly the indigenous people who get the fluoridated water.
Oh, really?
I'm not sure where exactly which regions it is. Yeah.
Most of them are drinking well water though. It's not on a system, like an actual city or town
But
water.
even over here, it's only 10% of our population that's actually got artificially fluoridated water, but still, a good 6 million.
So I always tell people, you're in a foreign country to begin with, you need to be drinking filtered water.
Yes.
Or reusable bottled water, because the
You
bacteria is going to mess with your stomach.
You need to adjust to the bacteria.
But me, I don't want to drink fluoride either, so
Bacteria, I can handle bacteria.
Yeah.
You can't boil out. You can't do anything about chemicals and fluoride. That just
Yeah, but you gotta be aware of the bacteria in some other areas.
But that's the second question on this call we couldn't answer. That one place near Pedicee and if there's fluoride. So I'm gonna find that answer.
We're gonna find that answer.
We're
gonna dig into that, man.
And the last thing as well, just in relation to that as well, is agriculture. Are they using a lot of pesticides? Because there's been a big scandal over here in Europe where European companies, all these pesticides have been banned over here and in many other countries. Thousands of people have died in India, for instance.
Yes.
I realized that in Panama, even the USA and many other countries, especially Brazil, you're still using those pesticides. Are they using have you got a lot of commercial farming, etc., in Cherokee? I realize they're using bananas near the coast.
That has to be sort of accuracy on that one. However, there is a lot of people that do organic farming here because a lot of people like you are very aware of that situation. And I heard that years ago. That's why a lot of people are into the hydroponics here because they don't have to use pesticides. Or they use like a natural pesticides. I know a lot of people they use pesticides with the chombo jalapeno, and they use natural pesticides to treat the other plants. But there is a situation that I haven't been clear up, but here in Panama, there has been some of that chemicals that we used to come here in no control, but I know that for sure they has been caught up and it has been, oh, whoa, we're not like, because people now are very aware about it, especially the farmers. Like, whoa, you're bringing all this junk. No, you gotta ban this junk because if they're forbidden in that country, why we're using it? So a lot of people really on top of that. So that's a
Early
good
to say,
well, yes, sir.
we're the worst. The UK is the people who are making it.
Wow.
They use it on our people, but
Yes.
Well, the one
People
good
around the
thing
world.
about Panama,
Yeah.
there are more small individual growers in landmass than the big guys.
Yep.
Most of the growers are growing on 1,000-meter farms.
Yep.
They're not using these pesticides, okay?
Yeah.
And they're not using
yeah.
pesticides whether they need them or not. It's the commercial growers.
Yeah.
But
It's very large
If you
commercial.
know where to buy your food from, and I do not buy from the supermarkets, like vegetables and stuff like that.
yeah.
I buy.
And you're not
from-
doing the crop spraying like in Virginia and places like that.
I buy the cucumbers that are grown in
planes.
some Panamanian lady's backyard. That's what I
Do
buy.
they use planes to spray?
Do they use planes? No. Here I've never seen planes spraying.
No.
Good.
No, definitely not.
No.
Definitely not.
Yeah, last thing I want is a Flint water case. I don't want
Exactly.
No,
into the
no.
fire.
That would freak the people out. I
Yeah,
think.
no, John.
Yeah.
You know, if you end up being lucky, even if you're renting a home like I'm renting, you can have your small greenhouse in the back.
Yeah,
Because
you can grow all your
the
fruits and vegetables.
the dirt here is so fertile. You can grow anything here. And this elevation, I can grow tomatoes, zucchini, peppers, what else? Kale. I can grow what else? Broccoli.
Yeah,
Cabbage.
and
So
along
Actually, what about cold fruits like apples, pears,
Oh, that one, no.
Nope.
cherries?
They
Can they
don't-
grow over
we
there?
import those. That's one of the few
Yeah.
things that we do import here in fruits.
Yeah, we have some wild berries, but to grow the nice blackberries, you need some elevation because they need cold.
Yeah.
There are some strawberry growers that do a pretty good job here.
Yeah,
All natural small guys.
yeah,
And,
small ones, but
yeah.
they're tasty.
and of course citrus is everywhere here.
Oh yeah,
I think you got a big strawberry farm, haven't you, on the Volcancito Road?
Mhm.
mm-hmm.
I've seen that on the Google Maps.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's plenty of farms up there.
Yeah, a very big one. I think they do as well.
Yes, sir.
But okay.
Okay, well, thanks, Jonathan. Alrighty, guys, before we wind it up here, we're coming to a close. I just got the 10-minute warning. Does anyone want to open their microphone and ask a question? If you're on a phone, I'm sorry, I haven't even mentioned this. You can hit *6.
That's a little late for that to say.
What?
That with the phone.
Yeah. Well, I had people
Seriously,
unmuted.
why am I gonna do this?
Yeah. Any questions before I slap him?
I just want to say thank you, and I love your format.
Why, thank you.
Well,
And
thank
I would
you.
like to say what format? We don't really have a format. Do we have a format?
I don't know. We
Okay.
look like a One Division right now. That's
Well, I don't know
right
what-
now. We look like back in the 70s.
Looks like you gained 50 pounds. Well, let's stand up early.
Yeah, but first of all, I want to say to every single of you that we really appreciate your time. Nice.
Hello. Hi.
Hello.
I joined late. I'm sorry. What is the COVID restriction going to Panama?
Wait, I gotta catch that noise before I answer. Okay, we'll go through all the restrictions. 1, a negative antigen test to enter within 48 hours of your arrival. 2, you must wear masks everywhere in public. Social distancing in public. And you must be in your home and hotel room by 10 p.m. right now.
Do we have to quarantine for 15 days?
I'm sorry?
Do you have to quarantine for 2 weeks?
No, there's no quarantine. No. Only if he tested positive, only if he came in with a positive test, which you would never do. Yeah.
Thank you.
No quarantine. Yeah.
Thank you.
There was talk also in the minister's same statement of increasing the curfew from 10 to midnight. So we're waiting for that to happen too, which are basic, because the only thing not open in Panama right now, bars, discos, concerts, sports. That's it, right?
Yeah,
Basically.
technically speaking.
Yeah, technically.
I mean, some people play the gray zone. But you know. this
Well,
is
yeah,
Panama.
they turned the restaurant into a bar, but okay.
Yeah.
So yes, you can still go out and have a drink.
Look
Just,
at, look at who is show up.
Hey, Mike, he's
Look
there.
at Michael. Look at Mikey.
Welcome.
Hey, buddy.
Mike, and we're going to do an introduction here. We're at the end here, so you're not even going to get to talk to him, man. But if you want questions, please contact me on this one. info@retireinpanamatours.com. Where did he go?
He left us.
Mike Patogovich is. We like Mike and his wife. We actually like his wife a little better, Martha. It's their anniversary today. Happy
Congratulations,
anniversary.
brother.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mike owns Inside Panama Real Estate. Martha owns Inside Panama Property Management. They were the perfect fit for our business years ago. Martha handles all the rental sides in Coronado and area, and Mike and his 8 offices in Panama, I don't know, maybe I'm exaggerating, 6 or 8, has offices all across the country, but what I loved about their offices, they have a rentals division in them. So you're not going to be sold real estate if you come on our tour. You're going to be saying, hey, why don't you rent this place for 3 to 6 months? And if you want to look at real estate, wait till you get down here and then look. So, hey, Martha,
Hola,
happy
Martica.
anniversary. So Martha shows us Coronado when our group is there, and Mike's usually up in Boquete, and they own a home in both places. So if you're really looking at real estate for any reason in Panama, these are the guys that you need to talk to. So it's Inside Panama Real Estate. So
They care about you.
if you want a personal introduction, send an email to info@Panama. Retiringpanamatours.com. I should really type that in here, shouldn't I?
Yeah, you should.
I should.
Well,
So
you're gonna be in good hands because they do care about you. They're really awesome people.
we're just saying goodbye now. Do you want to talk a bit, Oscar?
Want to talk to what?
Do you want to talk to the group a bit?
We're just talking to the group
Okay.
for a bit. What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Anyway,
I'm typing.
so we really appreciate them, and they will take care of you. And Mike is just a terrific guy. You can pretty much get a good friendship. Martha, we love her to death too. We're really be in good hands with them. They will make sure they care about you, and they will take ownership about what you do is best for you. That's why we cannot be more appreciative to them.
So I just entered our email address in the chat. So make sure you copy and paste that now, because when the Zoom ends, it'll all disappear. And if you want any more information, healthcare, insurance, real estate, just send an email and I will connect you to some people so you can meet them. So anyone have a last minute question before we end this for the night?
For the night. You want to say hi, Kira?
Okay, the dog is now talking.
Come here. This is my sorry.
Everyone
This is my
show-
little girl.
Everyone show their puppies.
This is my little girl, Kira.
Come here.
Hey,
She's missing mama.
you have to unmute if you got a question. Last minute. Oh, is that the new one, Martha?
See?
Oh, look,
Oh,
that's the new
look
one.
at him. That's a good boy.
Okay, I'm just making sure we got everything in the chat. What city? Oscar lives in Boquete. I live in Dolega. Mike and Martha are in Coronado. Yeah. Jerry, yes, you were on the April 22nd tour. Can't wait to meet you guys. Jonathan, really, June, we're hoping for June that England doesn't throw you in jail for trying to
Looking
leave.
forward, Jonathan, very much
Just-
looking forward, man.
Just sneak out, buddy, and just stay here, like really.
Seriously.
I got an extra room in my place. Remember, I got that 4-bedroom with the Lego. You liked it there. We can-
£5,000 fine, no thanks. What's that like?
Yeah,
No thanks.
Yeah. His country, Jonathan is on our June tour, but Great Britain's not allowing their citizens to leave.
That's wrong.
Yeah,
You know, something like China, or something, maybe, I don't know.
no, it is. It
Don't
is
want to
like
get
that.
political, yeah.
Jonathan, hang in there.
It's
Hang
not
in
as
there.
bad,
You gotta-
Jonathan.
You gotta be here. Once you get here, it's gonna be all good. Just remember that.
Yeah,
Well, you
maybe
know-
I'll have to swim.
Yeah. You know, Philip, you don't need Spanish and Coronado, you
This guy
don't,
look like Don Womack or what?
yeah.
Real quick.
I got one question left I want to answer. Yes, in Boquete, you don't need to speak fluent Spanish, but you don't need to in Coronado either.
But that being said, this is one of the things.
We're along here now.
Wherever you're in Rome, do as Romanians. So
There we go.
that means it is very important that you get to know a basic Spanish, get your numbers, get your greetings, get the basic stuff.
Yeah.
Because people really appreciate when you make an effort to connect with them. Once you connect with them, everything is easy peasy. If you come here and pretend that person has to speak English or another language, that's not gonna fly.
Can't see that.
Actually, quick one, guys.
Yeah,
Mexican Spanish.
alrighty.
Cool.
Wait, Jonathan, say the Mexican Spanish what?
Is that okay to learn Mexican Spanish, or is it very different to Panamanian?
It is a bit different, let me tell you.
Really?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I'm a Colombian, I can speak as Argentinian, Mexican, I can speak like Costa Rican or Panamanian. I know, or Chilean. They're very different.
Okay, all right. And I guess Spanish from Espanol from Spain.
No, that will just the thing is the most important is get to the basic words, all the neutral words, no slangs. Because when some people make the mistakes is to learn the let's say the Pachuco is a one slang, is like the Patois English, you know, like all this slang. You gotta know the formal words. Once you know the formal words, it's all good.
Ustedes instead of two. Yeah.
Oh, you get back, don't worry.
Alrighty, guys. We are going to wind it down. People are dropping off. I guess we got all the questions. Loretta, is the antigen test the only acceptable? Well, the antigen or the PCR would be acceptable to enter Panama.
Yeah.
But there's no reason to get a PCR because it costs so much money.
Yep. Just get the antigen. Let's save some money.
Alrighty, guys, we are going to end this call.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us. Hey, I forgot to sell something. We do
Sell?
tours. Come with us. We opened up some spots.
Call 911. No, sorry.
Yeah, the number. Call the number. No. Just go to our website. Retire in Panama Tours. We got some July. We got a spot in July and a spot in August. That's opened up. So check
And
it
now
out.
he's saying the last minute.
All
We're
right.
not trying to sell anything here.
One more minute. No. Okay. Good night, everyone. Have a good one.
Good night.
Have a good night, everybody.